October 20th, 1973. Giora Epstein is alone up in the sky, facing 11 Egyptian MiG-21s. For 5 minutes he has been tailing a single MiG. As that MiG keeps turning, it bleeds energy, and the whole chase sinks lower and lower. All the while Epstein pushes the aircraft so hard he begins to lose speed and altitude. They ended up around 3,000 feet. Then that daring Egyptian pilot does the wildest thing. He attempts a split S at just 3,000 feet. The Egyptian is clearly desperate. He tries a diving reversal called the split S. A MiG-21 normally needs roughly 6,500 feet to complete that move. Epstein can hardly believe his eyes as the MiG rolls inverted and dives down. "I didn't go after him. I thought it was too low and that he would crash," Epstein later said. He waits, expecting an explosion. "I don't know how," he recalls, "but he came out kicking up clouds of dust. At first Michael Edrei thought it had ended. That's it. It crashed, but in split seconds the MiG rockets back up as if nothing had happened. The Egyptian has just pulled off an extraordinary aerobatic feat, subjecting both himself and his airplane to brutal G-forces. Frankly, it's hard to believe a MiG-21 could do it. Yet, despite that heroic effort, the pilot has burned away his energy and his options. The throttle is slammed to the stop, 16,000 pounds of thrust screaming against the desert. Epstein is ready. A short burst sends the MiG down. He glances over his shoulder, another MiG is on his tail, and 9 more circle, all intent on taking him out. Now Epstein is surrounded by 5 pairs of MiG-21s. Each pair will make its own attempt on the lone Israeli. As soon as 2 finish a pass, another pair slides in. "I was defending the whole time," Epstein would say, "but occasionally I had chances to act." The 1 versus 10 fight kicks off with the first pair on his 6 o'clock. The leader firing wildly. Epstein brakes hard left to force an overshoot, but the delta wing Nesher bleeds energy in a sustained turn and becomes vulnerable. He throws the stick over and quickly levels his wings, a maneuver known as unloading, reducing the centrifugal G-forces that eat away speed. "You level the airplane right away and try to pick up speed until the next one comes after you," Epstein explains. "If you keep turning, you lose all speed, and someone from the outside will get you." No sooner are his wings level than he sees 2 MiGs off his nose. "Suddenly I see flashes," he says. 2 MiG-21s launch missiles at me head-on. Those missiles can't arm from a direct front shot, but an impact would still be fatal. Epstein ducks. The missiles and the fighters sweep over his canopy. Immediately another pair moves in from behind. The strange truth is this: at 6 o'clock there is room for only 1 airplane. Whether 20 or 1,000, only the one directly behind can kill you. With only seconds to spare, Epstein goes on the offensive. He banks hard, pops the brakes, lifts the nose and barrel rolls onto the trailing MiG-6. In a flash he reverses the roles and turns the tables on his attackers. Michael Edrei would later say Epstein was a master of energy management. He always knew his potential energy at every point and calculated his moves ahead. That precision saved him. A short, savage burst of 30 cannon rounds, a massive fireball. Epstein levels his wings and prepares for the next attack. The final pair move in for the kill. Epstein senses when they're about to fire, then brakes at the last instant, forcing an overshoot. He reverses sharply, lines up his guns, and opens fire. 1 MiG is hit. No explosion, no smoke. It just falls straight to the ground. The other tries to run. Epstein gets a good tone on his remaining heat-seeking missile and fires, but the missile fails and drops away like a dud. He still has cannon rounds, but not enough fuel for a long chase. It would have been his 5th kill that day. "I even asked the controller if there were more targets," Epstein admitted. He said no. Epstein returns to base at a forward outpost in the Sinai. After shutting down his engine, he must be lifted from the cockpit, his legs shaking not from fear, but from 10 minutes of bloody, relentless flying. 10 minutes of dodging, weaving, rolling, and reversing, exposing his body and machine to extreme positive and negative G-forces. I asked him once why he stayed. He said the thought of leaving never crossed his mind. He had ammunition and fuel. The target was there, why would he go anywhere? That refusal to quit is what made him a fierce warrior.